We have only one match this weekend. Right now, we are currently in the first group stage. This is the last match of the first group stage. Get excited. We're going to see how the players do. Now, so that you know, we only have two players in this match who are needing to get a score. The other two are going to be GMs, and all of them are going to be playing without having seen the game before. The two players, simply put, it would be a little bit rigged to give them just first and second. That's why we are pitting them against GMs who also are going in blind and will not be talking with us. And based off of how everybody does, the two players may score anywhere between first and fourth place. So, crappy! Take us away. Let's see what you have to show us today. Well, everybody, you know him, you fear him, and he just yelled at me, say hello to Kusog7ande. Oh, you wanted to hug your crappy plush? We need to get a crappy plush line there. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, I was sitting here talking to you, which was actually talking to nobody. While I was getting some Adobe stuff, and I was like making jokes about Adobe products, and nobody could hear me. Hello, Kusog7ande.
Hello.
You missed out on me. Well, I guess everybody missed out on me talking about Adobe, but that's fine. That's fine. We got That So Raven, which was an amazing game last week. I loved it. And honestly, I'm really excited about the game that you gave out today. I know that your taste is very different from my taste when it comes to Kusog in a lot of ways, but today you chose something that I think we both love quite a bit.
I love this game because it tries, and it's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
So, how do you feel about fast food?
Well, it's fast. Honestly, I haven't gotten fast food, like typical fast food, in a long time. Like, not even Arby's.
Well, I mean, you get burritos, like, that's fast food.
I mean, yeah, but I don't go to Taco Bell,
Oh, like you should.
I feel like there's acceptable fast food, and then there's the fast food that'll kill ya. And I try to avoid the murder fast food, Alright,
I mean, that's fair. So, how do you feel about fast food NES games?
Fantastic. Definitely the best genre out there,
Right, yeah, so Mini-Corn's favorite fast food is McDonald's. He loves the fries.
I mean, okay, yeah, the fries were good back in the day.
The fries are still pretty decent. They're not perfect, but they're pretty decent. And so I tried to give out an Amiga McDonald's game, and they weren't having any of that.
Yeah.
Turns out No The Saw has played a whole bunch of McDonald's games.
Well, yeah. I love that it's a GM vetoing.
Right, so instead I gave them another McDonald's game, Donald Land, right, for the NES.
Yeah. This is a Data East game. They made Donald Land. It was a Japanese exclusive game as far as I know. I've got a card of this, though. Somebody gave it to me, and I can't remember who it was. If you are in the chat and you gifted me this game, you are the best person in existence, and I want to hug you a bunch. Ugh. I mean, ignore the last syllable that I made, Ignore that part, the ugh part. Please.
But, I mean, this game's fun. We've had it on Kusog7ande before.
Oh, I love this game.
And it, honestly, it's kind of fun. So we'll see where we get.
Yeah. This is going to be a four-way match between the players. They will try to make as much progress as they can during the hour. Whoever does takes the victory and gets as many points as they can possibly be awarded. After that, second place will be getting 7 points, third, 5, and finally, fourth place will take 4 points. Of course, with the GMs being thrown into the mix, it does throw a little bit of a curveball because the players here, even though there are 2 of them, they will be going up against some people who have been playing in Kusog7ande a little bit more.
Yep.
Although, as we have seen, just because you're a GM doesn't mean that you are the great at blind video game playthroughs. I'm speaking from experience, Gorndan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still love doing it.
Well, I love playing this game. It's so good.
I love this, yeah. I actually thought about speedrunning this game for a while because it is absolute quality. I would almost argue that this is a good game. Like, it's so close. It's not, but it's so close.
Know, like, there's so much about it. Like, I think it's an interesting game. I don't think it's anywhere near a good game.
I would say it's by default Kusoge because it's a McDonald's video game, you know? It's an advertisement game. But honestly, I can think of many other platformers that on the NES that I would not want to play that are actually legit licensed, came out in the US.
I mean, I would rather play this than, like, Darkman, but that's not really saying much.
No, it's not. This is so much better than Darkman.
And so, chat's asking, am I calling, McKids Kusoge? And the answer is, yeah, kind of. Right, and it depends on the version. The NES version is pretty good. The Amiga version, really bad.
I would say that, like, it by default is Kusoge, just, like, whenever you're playing a video game that's about a fast food restaurant involving frogs, okay, Frogger music, you need to stop right now. Been going for 12 minutes. It's a 13-minute long track, but that was my Atari 800 XL days. I love that theme. It just kept going, though. Well, everybody, we are almost ready for the match. I see all of the streams up. I just need Martin BBZ to play some audio so that I can make sure that we hear stuff. There's a tiny amount of flashing, but honestly, I don't think there's enough. There may be some. It's an old NES game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and... yeah. Okay, I would say go ahead and add a warning if you would like moderators who are controlling the world.
Well, it's not me.
You're not controlling the world?
I'm not controlling the world.
Actually, I can go ahead and add this. Famicom and simply put, flashing warning. By the way, I was able to add our own tag. We are officially using the Bad Games tag on Twitch. All one word. I capitalized the B and capitalized the other one. P. G. The B and the G. You know. There we go. I'm getting some McDonald Land sounds. The B and the G. Some egrets, thank you for the sub. Thank you everybody else who subbed and messaged me about how they couldn't hear me. Yeah, it was great. So here are our 4 players. Daniel at the top left, Martin at the top right, Novasol and Mr. Torture. I'm actually gonna change the color of their names to red. That way we can tell that they are the antagonists of the stream today. Yeah. Urgh.
I mean, they are the worst. But we're not going to bring them in here to chat to talk because, you know, them in here in this match has, real connotations.
Yeah. Because they will be going up against Daniel and Martin, trying to make as much progress as they can. And Martin and Daniel's scores will be dependent on who out of these four people does the best and who does the worst. So it looks like they're all ready. So everybody, I need you to get all of your best shovelware emotes. Okay, and spam those. Hamburgers, food is good. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and spam your food. If you have spam, that's good. Bar pig, that's shovelware. Clowns, okay. Here's the deal. The only good clowns are the Cirque du Soleil clowns, and they are so good. As soon as I see movement in one of the streams, I will start our timer. And it looks like it is going now. Hometown World, that's right. Thank you so much, the mayor of Burgerville, for showing up. So here we go. As you can tell, physics are a little bit odd in this game.
A little bit, yeah.
Forgot about how slippery it is.
Yeah, it's real slippery. Things just do what they do.
Oh yeah. But with that said, it's like it's so much. It's an enjoyable type of slippery, I'd say. Like, it takes a little while to get used to, for sure. But level 1 actually starts out being relatively simple in teaching you how to play the game, you know? There are no death pits, lots of enemies, you know, but it also gives you plenty of time to learn what's happening, and the enemies are fairly predictable when it comes to any of the move patterns. So I'd say, like, if you're designing an entry level for a video game, this one's pretty fine. Now, one thing that players will start to realize later is that their own apples cannot kill them, and you know, it'll be an important strategy later on. Novasol has learned that you can throw apples up rather than just at an angle. Martin learning right there as well.
Yeah, I think I've seen Martin do it. I've seen Francisco do it. I haven't seen Mr. T do it, but I've seen everybody else.
Yeah, Mr. T, by the way, one of our GMs as well. He, I believe, comes from Argentina and is, they have McDonald's in South America. Oh my gosh.
They've got McDonald's everywhere.
Yeah.
Except in Russia, where, you know, they've been replaced with, what's the name of it now? Tasty and that's it?
Is that the full name of the restaurant?
Yeah. All right, so we've got Novasol and Francisco are on level 2?
Yes, and Martin is moving over there as well. Yeah, Daniel Fran 24 is the stream name for Francisco on the top left. That's the name that we display. All the names here are the Twitch streams that everybody has. So, oh my gosh, I love this music though. Rockin'. Like, unironically, I think the Donald Lad music is great. Novasol learning about jumping on your own apple bomb in order to get extra height and collect some items there. I believe Novasol was going for an extra life, which is not a bad idea. Honestly, you did not give them very much information on this game, did you?
No, I didn't. I did give them the controls.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You said A and B does stuff.
Did you see what I posted right before the match?
No. Did you pin it?
I know. No.
Well, that's why I didn't see it.
Everybody saw it.
I'm not sure they did, so I'm pinning it right now. Yeah, but with that said, you did give them specifically the list of controls there. Use the direction pad to control Donald throughout the game. I love that they call him Donald, not like Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, so in Japan, he is Donald McDonald.
I love it so much. And my name's Donald McDonald. Novasol is getting really good at this double jump when it comes to the bombs. I love that. Trying to kill this fairy thing, but the fairy's not having any of it. You're going to have a lot of death in this game, by the way. One thing as well, it is important for the players to be paying attention to their lives. I think there are continues, but that they're limited.
It's been a while since I've played it.
I'm going to have to look it up.
There are continues, but I believe that there's only a limited amount of them.
I think so. It doesn't say very clearly in the game, but welcome to Kusog7ande. A lot of, especially games that did not come out in the US, guess what? Sometimes they weren't the clearest on what you were supposed to do. I still love this. I love that you get to actually go to a McDonald's while in the game in order to order some stuff.
At the end of every stage, right, you get to go to the shop. Now you can only have, right, you buy everything with hamburgers, right, which just goes to show how cheap McDonald's hamburgers are.
Try to play the game, Corndan. Oh no, it's the hamburger.
So you can only hold 99 hamburgers. They don't roll over. You don't get an extra life. You know, anything like that. Anything more is just lost.
Yeah.
So you're better off, like, as you go, just like spend them at the shop, because it gets you like extra health and stuff like that, right? You can get extra guys by spending.
Yeah. Martin, by the way, has learned that you can jump on certain enemies and you're going to be fine. You're not going to take damage. It's usually the projectiles in this game that deal damage, although even then, projectiles don't always hurt. It's interesting. I really like that the game adds obstacles that are both deadly as well as helpful in certain ways. I think that more games needed to do that back in the NES era. Like that deadly fish, I'm pretty sure that you can ride on the fish or get pushed into the water.
I think you can ride on that fish, because I think you actually need it later.
I believe so, yeah. I also love that the fish has basically like no cooldown for respawning. It's just, watch out, fish is coming back. You kill it, fish is back. Ruining your day, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's more prevalent than the big cheap from like Super Mario 3.
Oh yeah, I understand why most of the players are avoiding like touching enemies, because most of the time you would assume that enemies hurt you, but this isn't like every game out there. This is Donald Land. And the rules, I don't know, I guess, like, technically, you know, nature, not everything's trying to hurt you. It's just there. I guess it's like real life. This is like real life. You can jump on birds and not get hurt.
You can also jump on fish.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm not going to recommend that, though. You're going to be smelly after you jump on that fish. Ugh. Who wants fish smell? That's worse than getting hurt. I really hate the creepy tree stumps, though, okay? That's like the worst part of this game.
So Novasol is on to like level 3, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Fran has already like used up all his continues and just started over.
Oh yeah, which honestly, like, having a few runs early on that end early, that's completely fine. Like, you probably want to make a good push later on your second and third continue in order to see more of what's coming up. Simply put, you don't want to get blindsided by some of the trolls that happen in the game. But it's not that bad to get a full game over early on.
Yeah, well, and honestly, right, this game, like, as you go, right, like, it's not a long game in that sense, right? Like, if you know, game over at, like, level 3, you can get there pretty quickly. Novasol
is on the racially insensitive level. Come on, 80s. You're almost as bad as the night. No, they were worse than the 90s. Oh, how far we have come over the years. That's okay. You know what? I love that we're able to have games here that definitely have flaws in multiple ways, but we get to experience them the way that they were created, and I'm going to mock them for being terrible. But
I mean, to be fair, you know, we talk about how far we've come, right? Like Japanese stereotypes about this sort of stuff were pretty common in the 80s and 90s.
oh yeah, it's like I think in the 80s and 90s, heck, I remember growing up, I was in a very rural part of Utah, and like stereotypes like these, I don't think people would have even blinked in Utah.
I'm not sure they'd blink sometimes now.
Oh geez, they just stare at you. Yeah, but it's good that like things have changed significantly over the years. It's good. Mr. Torture, riding the woodpecker, you do have to ride that pecker up and down. Okay.
Bro, you can't say that.
It's a woodpecker. It's a woodpecker. Everybody, this is a family-friendly stream. And that, well, up to PG-13. You could say that in a PG-13 stream. Okay, we're done here. We're done. Yeah, don't quote that. Corndan, I'm gonna get in trouble one day.
Yeah, you are. You can't say that.
Yeah, I can. Maybe. I don't know. Adam Sandler said worse in his PG-13 movies. I think we're fine. I don't know if that's the best way to gauge whether or not something's appropriate. Would Adam Sandler say it? Anyways, here we are. All of the players are getting used to this game. Daniel Fran at the top left has managed to get back to stage 2 here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's okay, you can all put me in jail. By the way, if you didn't see Corndan, Good Faces bot had Little Nicky on it.
I did see.
It made me so happy.
That you don't run, like, Good Faces bot.
No, like, okay, if anybody knows who runs that, please message me. Well, first, make sure that it's okay that you can tell me. I will keep it confidential, I promise. Because every once in a while, I'm like, if there's any way that I can contribute some faces, because I ran into some weird stuff this week, Corndan. We had our GM hangout on Thursday night, and I played a Jeff game, and let me just say, that was horrifying.
That game was amazing.
It's simultaneously extremely boring, but extremely interesting. Like, I don't know. The faces were really scary.
So chat's asking, what's the difference between continue and retry? I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah, the players who are playing today, yeah, Mr. Torture and Novasol are GMs, and normally we have GMs play as zombies. However, because when we have 2 players, what we wanted to do was change it a little bit and let it so that, you know, we don't just want the last 2 players who manage to get matches in to automatically get a first and a second place, because that gives them a huge leg up into getting into the bracket. So instead, they are racing 2 GMs who have also never played or seen this game before. Well, maybe seen a little bit, but never played it. And because of that, they will get scores in accordance to how they do compared to the GMs. Mr. Torture, I think, is currently in last, but Novasol is definitely in first. So right now, Daniel Fran, 24, and Martin are looking at second and third place, but of course everything can change.
Right, and I expect it to.
Oh,
right? Yeah. One of the difficulties here is that when you lose a life, right? Like there are no checkpoints, so you go back to the beginning of the level. So what I'm trying, doing my best, and so I think Mr. T is actually in second, right? He's at the boss right now.
Oh yeah, none of the other players have made it to the boss quite yet. Yeah, Mr. T, I'm trying to remember because I know Novasol hadn't made it to brackets before as a player in Kusog7ande. I'm not sure about Mr. T though.
I don't think so.
I love this music so much. Like, honestly, you could play this at a wedding and nobody would question it. Like, maybe not as the theme as they're walking down the aisle, just like before the wedding starts. Or maybe at the after-wedding party. Like, you get a band playing a cover of this.
If you get married and then you go on, grudge match to solve your first marital spat, right? Maybe you would play it there.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, so from what I can see, Mr. T last tournament, let's see.
But Mr. T is definitely in second right now.
Yeah, he got to the 4th round of group stages. Final Cat chose Circus Lido and eliminated Mr. T last year. So, didn't quite make it to the brackets, but had at least one round where he managed to get 10 points. So, I don't, honestly, who's to say? All of the players here have had a pretty good show so far. I'm really excited about this boss, though, Corndan.
Oh, this is going to take... The only indication you have that anything's going on, you have to, hit him in the eye.
Okay, so Novasol did it right. Novasol's like, why is it no longer shooting me? What's the answer, Corndan?
Well, you got to jump in the mouth.
Yeah? Yeah, I know. You have to jump into the place that looks like you're going to die. This is not a soft lock, but we will only answer if Novasol asks. Okay, Novasol went on top, which is a good place to fight the boss, but the boss is dead. Francisco is asking why my boat doesn't shoot now. Uh-oh. There we go. Novasol went in the mouth. Yeah, so Francisco at the top left was a little bit in a slight soft lock situation, although I think if you backtrack and go forward again, you might be able to get the boat to start shooting again. Yeah, I think that the way that Francisco asked in Discord, it was pretty clear that, it was like, is the game broken or not? And so we were given some ideas. You said you might have to die. I think that sometimes backtracking and getting back to where you were before can cause events to trigger again. Really depends. With that said, yeah, Novasol is on the horrifying cloud stage. Oh my gosh, why do these angels have the worst haircut?
They're like, Spock.
Yeah, I was trying to say they look like one of the Beatles, but no, the Beatles' hair was definitely better than that. It's like somebody took a monk from the Middle Ages, or like Friar Tuck. It's almost Friar Tuck level.
It's like Leonard Nimoy. Has come back to taunt us.
Honestly, we would probably deserve that.
I mean, 100%.
I don't know if we would have earned that, though. Like, Leonard Nimoy, such a good guy, lived a fantastic life. Seriously. And also made some of the worst music in existence. I love his music. He did the Bilbo Baggins song, if you know that one, Corndan.
I do know the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
Okay. He also did a wonderful version of If I Had a Hammer. And by wonderful, I mean it is not wonderful. It is very, very bad. But seriously, absolute treasure, Leonard Nimoy. Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all. Yeah, I gotta listen to his music every once in a while.
You know what? I would rather listen to that than Shatner do like rap or something.
William Shatner reading Rocket Man is one of the best things ever. I gotta be honest. Like Elton John's Rocket Man, you know, doing a dramatic reading of Rocket Man. If people have not seen that, go and look up a YouTube video right now. It's the best. I'm a Rocket Man. Oh, Novasol, I think, has murdered the lizard and is making a fantastic
shoot it in the
push.
face.
Yeah. Mr. Torture, back to the beginning of the game. This opens up the opportunity for Daniel Fran, 24, and Martin to move into third, or move up into second or third. Yeah. Mr. Torture has made enough progress to put himself into second, so, you know, that's not currently in dispute. Oh my gosh. So, Corndan, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after this stream. Do I want to, or after the match, do I want to stream something else on my own? I might.
You know, if you have Humble Bundle, you can play the game that I was sending you pictures from.
If I have Humble, you mean if I bought the last bundle?
Well, like if you have like Humble Bundle Choice, right? It's one of the free games.
Oh, I don't. But maybe I should.
Well, or you can buy the game on Steam for $20, but...
How much is Humble Bundle Choice?
I don't know, like 12 something.
Well, that's cheaper than 20 something.
My wife buys it for me, like, for Christmas.
Aw, your wife's cool. Yeah, honestly, I would say, Novasol is onto one of the harder bosses. The biggest thing that you need to do is learn this enemy's pattern so that he doesn't wreck you. It's not a difficult pattern. It's just a little sophisticated for the NES. But that said, Novasol just wrecked it. And then these what are these guys called? The ugly poof things. The trebles.
Fry Guys?
Oh, yeah. I hate that. Why would you call them Fry Guys? They don't look like fries. They look like Cousin It.
Oh?
Like, if Cousin It, like, if you cut Cousin It in two and both half survived, those would be the Fry Guys. Okay, Novasol's just wrecking this game, by the way. Gotta be honest. This is better than I think
better than expected?
Well, I guess for Novasol, maybe it's not too much better than expected. Novasol is a huge, strong competitor in Kusog7ande in years past, you know. He is a GM this year. So bringing him in, you know, that is a cause for concern for players. Mr. Torture, not as known for demolishing matches, but has come in first in previous matches as well. So, like, Novasol, I think, was sometimes a contender for being one of the possible champions for Kusog7ande. Like, I'm not too surprised that Novasol is doing extremely well here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Oh, my sister's saying I need to play more Final Fantasy 14. I mean, I could play FF14 on stream for a little bit too. That would be an option.
Could. You just want to block off the chat windows so like people don't try to get
I've
like,
literally
terrible things.
Let me just say that what I've said today on this stream has been worse than anything I've ever been messaged. No, that's not true.
I didn't say message, right? If I knew where you are, because I'm watching, you play, I'll I could run over there and just spam like racist remarks or something.
Well, you wouldn't, Corndan. You know why?
I would not, because I'm on a different server and I'm too lazy to do the server hop to go over there.
It's also... I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. Oh, my name's Corndam. I'm a lazy boy. Uh-oh, we've got Evil Grimace on Novosol's screen. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll do Final Fantasy 14 after this. With that said, I can very easily block people.
I mean...
Like, that, and I usually have global chat as well as, like, local chat turned off, so it's not even a big deal.
Okay, I love on Mr. T's screen, the first shot of that boat went into the water, but the other ones didn't.
Thank you for freeing me from my evil brother. I don't even know. Yeah, let me just say that, like, I feel like the Grimace in Athena is somehow more realistic than the Grimace in this. But,
I mean, yeah.
That's because the Grimace in this isn't trying to murder you. Only the fake Grimace is. I feel like, I don't know. I don't understand the McDonald's mascots. Oh, no.
We now have a definitive third place. Daniel Fran 24 is now on the boss.
Very nice.
But attacking the wrong...
What do you have to hit? The dinosaur?
The dinosaur.
Yeah, I guess the crying lady. Like, earlier on you learned that the dinosaurs kill you and that the lady doesn't. She just cries a bunch. Okay, but there we go. Daniel Frown 24 is through the boss and onto the third stage. That is a very definite third place then. He could possibly move up to second depending on how he does here.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
With that said, Novosol is already far enough that none of the other players may see this area.
I think the last time we had this on, right, only like one person saw it.
Yeah.
So
we're not even half an hour in, Corndan.
I expect that with nobody else will get there.
So Novosol is trying to do these tricky apple jumps, which are required, but you can get the... Are they apples or are they bombs? Are they apple bombs?
Like, they're blowing up.
I always thought they were apples.
I mean, look, you don't like throw an apple and like it explodes. Like, that's just not how it goes.
First you make fun of me for talking about the pecker. Second, it's about apples instead of bombs. I just don't understand. Cherry bombs. Okay, that would make more sense. Yeah.
Right. Like, if these were cherries, I would totally expect that. Oh, apparently, according to the wiki page, they're apple bombs, but...
Wait, the wiki page says apple bombs? Then I'm not wrong! The wikis are never wrong. That's the lesson that we're learning today, okay? By the way, the executive producer for Ark the Lad, End of Darkness, Ark the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits, for Dragon Quest IV, Chapters of the Chosen, for the development officer for Dungeon Encounters that just came out last year. Yeah, totally one of the programmers for this. About programmer for the for some of the Romancing Saga games.
I mean, so the person did this is like, right, a pretty storied, that's a pretty accomplished, set of credits there.
Yeah, this is the first game that he worked as a programmer for. and moved on from here to work on Heracles games and then Joe and Mac 2. Like, yeah, honestly, I would say that this game, despite all of the weird flaws with it, it's actually, like, this game's legit fun. I would say that if I were a McDonald's executive tasked with reviewing this game to see if we actually got our money's worth, I would say yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, right, this game is interesting. I think that there's a lot of things it does, right, that I like. You know, I like the idea you can bounce off your own bombs. I like the idea that you can stand on a lot of enemies, right? And I mean, I realize that that's used in a bunch of other games too.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, I like how, you know, the levels are pretty varied, honestly, right? And I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
It controls like it's on ice, though.
Yeah, the controls not
right. The momentum
best.
Stuff is not very good, right? And how that momentum acts with your weapons and everything, also not very good. But like, I don't think it's bad in the sense of, like, oh my god, this is terrible and we should hate it. No, I think it's just flawed.
Yeah, it's flawed, but in a way that I really enjoy. Like, this is more controllable than Darkman. This is a heck of a lot more controllable than Kid Cool. Thank you for playing that, by the way, on the GDQ Grudge match. That was a lot of fun. But that game's a nightmare. No, this game, like, it doesn't control the best, but you can get used to it, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it's, and realistically speaking, like, that's your real main problem, right, on this, is not everything else, right? It's you know, just the controls are terrible.
Yeah, the main problem, I'd say, is that this is a McDonald's themed game.
Yeah,
no.
But you know what, like, I don't think, like, given this game and the weirdness and everything in this game, I don't think it would be any less different than, like, you know, if I just put like Alex Kidd or something in this, right? Just pick a random, like, whatever platformer in this.
Yeah, just replace a few of the characters and nobody would suspect a thing.
Oh, right, so it wouldn't be any different.
Yeah.
And so, you know what? Why not have Donald McDonald in his own game, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think that we've learned a little bit of this with some of the various advertisement games that have come out that, you know, some of them have been surprisingly good just because they're good standalone games. And like this, despite the flaws, I love it. And yeah, if you replaced Ronald McDonald as well as Grimace and the Fry Guys with other characters, like, yeah, again, nobody would question it.
You know, I mean, we go, like, right now we're like, oh my god, it's an advert game. But you know what? I mean, if you replace, like, here, I'll give a good example. The Burger King Sneak King, right? If you replace that with just, like, some random dude off the street, like, main character, right? Like, nobody would want to play Sneak King.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, you replaced, you know, Donald McDonald with, like, Alex Kidd or, you know, some other mascot that nobody cares about, right? This would still be just as fun.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, I guess it's sort of along the vein of Yoho Yoho, the yogurt video game, that I think it's actually a pretty decent... I hate collectathons, but it's a pretty decent collectathon when it comes to that. And
I don't think it's a bad game.
Yeah, if you just switched out... well, even the main character, I don't think the main character in Yoho Yoho shows up in any Yoho Yoho Spiel, I mean, whatever you want to call it, doesn't show up in any of the advertisements. So you could probably just get away shipping it somewhere else, and it would have done kind of okay. Other people are like, did I hear Yoho? You did. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We're just going to talk about random things, because what's going on here is, in the last, 15 minutes, right, the placements haven't really changed. So we're sitting here talking, right, and this is a sort of game, you kind of either get or you don't, right, which is why we see a lot of struggle, right, out of, Daniel Fran 24, right, and Martin BBZ, because the game can be kind of tough if you don't get it exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what's worth watching, right, is Daniel Fran 24. It has been doing a little bit better in the forest level, so let's see how they go. Right, and because that's an opportunity to move into second.
There's Butterfly. I love the butterflies. One thing about this, by the way, that I want to mention is that, bad doesn't necessarily mean unfun, and bad in this sense, I think that, this game actually borders on the side of good. I would still consider it Kusog7ande, though, considering that it's,
I do not think weird. It's a good game. I also think it's fun.
I think, I think it's so close to being good. The controls and the theme are the two things that sort of put it into the bad game area for me.
The theme doesn't even bother me. The controls definitely do.
I mean, it bothers me like the Noid bothers me. It's just that there are no good things about most of the Noid games. Let's be real there. But anything that's made to sell toys or food, rather than being made completely as a game, is sort of a theme that bothers me, personally. Again, that's more a personal thing, though. But I would say that there are things that are very redeemable about this game. For example, the audio in this game is fantastic, and there's a big reason why. Some of the people who worked on the music worked on games like Bad Dudes, Werewolf: The Last Warrior. One of the people who worked on the music for Super Smash Bros. Melee worked on audio for this. Mother 3. Yeah. Seriously, some epic stuff, as well as RoboCop, if you want to throw RoboCop into the mix there. Captain Silver, that has some amazing music. I mean, these are people who started at Data East and had very long careers.
Yeah.
And there's a reason. This music is very good, and this was right towards the beginning of their career. So, just imagine. There's some people who had long careers after this game. There are some people who this was their first and only game. But for almost everybody here, this was their first or second game that they worked on. To be able to put together something this confident on the Famicom this early on in your career, I think that, they get huge props. It has plenty of flaws. I think the biggest flaw for me is, Martin just learned that if you jump on your bomb, sometimes you can get a lot of speed. The speed run for this game, by the way, is incredible.
Super tight because you can bomb boost yourself all over the place.
Well, you can do it so much that the graphics wrap.
Yeah.
It's such a cool speed run, and it's incredibly technical. You have to learn a very specific rhythm for all of your attacks and such. I fully recommend, if you've never seen a speed run or a TAS of this game, you have to. It's amazing. Ooh, Martin getting a game over, but Novasol onto I didn't know there were swimming levels. Actually, I've beaten this.
Never made it this far.
No, I've actually beaten this game. I forgot about the swimming levels.
I mean, I tend to try to block it out of my mind, too. So we do have a comment in Discord from a little while ago from Daniel Fran 24, and it's just, I hate this.
Yeah, people are saying the controls look awful. When you're able to see a game and, like, without playing it, knowing that the controls have a problem, then there is a problem. And yeah, I would definitely agree. Like, it's very easy to overcorrect or undercorrect, and then when you're trying to do any of the platforming, if it's trying to detect, like, if you hit a corner, it tends to err on the side of you didn't make it onto the platform, and you're going down. Like, the game is brutal when it comes to actually landing on platforms. Daniel Fran just killed the butterfly. Novasol is saying that the water level here is not okay. And there's a reason. You have to move, not by the D-pad, but I believe by pushing the swim button, which also moves you up and down. So,
yeah,
it's not quite Flappy Bird, per se. I don't know what game to compare that to.
It's kind of like Flappy Bird.
But
it's kind of like...
If you're
like
swimming, you can't go down.
It's kind of like the TMNT dam level.
Oh, no. I think you're right. By the way, Novasol getting greedy and saw those hamburgers. Mmm, tasty. Actually, there's an extra life at the end, and... Or there's treasure. What's in the treasure? Is there anything? Nope. Maybe. It's just treasure chests. I love it.
Look, this is how it goes. What's in the box? You know what? I'm willing, right? How many people here have seen UHF? That's probably what's in the box. Novasol could have turned those in for a red snapper. It's very tasty.
Ooh.
Instead, what you get? Nothing!
You so stupid?
I'm not. I didn't go check the box.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I think I'd take nothing over a fish.
I don't know. Red snappers are pretty tasty.
Yeah, but I don't want to take, like... I don't want to take the fish home. It's going to be bad by the time I get home from that game show. I know it. Like, are they going to give me a cooler, or are they just going to make me carry it like it's just a fish? I would have to say that, yeah, the game show host is making fun of her, but she absolutely made the right call there. If it's between a fish and, like, the possibility of getting nothing, I'll take the risk.
Hold up. She went on a game show called Wheel of Fish. I think if you go on a game show called Wheel of Fish, you know what you're getting into.
Would absolutely play on Wheel of Fish, and I would be disappointed with everything. But that's, like, the only show that
Wheel of Fish?
Because it's the only show that'll take me. I mean, Jeopardy, you have to be smart.
I bet they'd let you drink from the fire hose.
Okay.
All you gotta do is find marbles in the oatmeal.
I vaguely remember that part, but it's been years. It's been years, Corndan.
I recommend, and for all the people who are going, what are these guys going on about?
Oh, right. Yeah, Kyron is saying that I have my own show. Yeah, I do have my own show. I forgot.
No, he runs my show for me.
Well, okay. I've got... We've got a show together. I run a show on GDQ. I run Kusog7ande, which run is subjective. I guess this is my own show.
You react to.
This is like the Wheel of Fish show, but in video game form. That's what this is. You know, everybody here has been dealt a fish of of the same quality.
Wow.
Or maybe they checked in the box. Actually, yeah, I think they did check in the box today, because this was a redraw.
It was a redraw.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to give them McDonald Land for the Amiga.
Daniel Franz, oh my gosh, I saw Franz trying to figure out how to make that jump, but just sort of died because of it. The thing is, like, when you start getting to later levels, there are multiple ways to get through the different enemies, the different routes here, but you have to figure out, like, a consistent way to do it, and I think that Daniel Fran 24 killed the enemy that he could have ridden on in order to get through that. Mr. Torture, by the way, into the mouth! Oh, I remember the days of Slow Beef playing this game, and he just could not figure it out. I think he died like 2 or 3 times after killing the boss because he just could not figure out jump in the mouth. I mean, it looks like spikes, Corndan.
I know, it was so good.
Yeah, if you have ever played an NES game, you know that anything that looks like a spike is there to kill you, but not in Donald Land. You ride on butterflies, you jump on top of octopi, and guess what? You can walk on spikes. And people are saying this is Captain Crook that we are trying to save, that Novasol is trying to save. I'm not trying to save Captain Crook. I don't give a crap about Captain Crook. Although my last name is Cook, and so I have to have some sort of love for Captain Cook existing. Like, it's kind of required. Not only that, but the penguin in Mr. Popper's Penguin was named Captain Cook. Facts. And that made him a very important penguin.
I mean, all penguins are important penguins.
Oh yeah, people are noting that Novasol did not get a single checkpoint. Yeah, this game is a little bit brutal. Yeah.
There are 0 checkpoints in any level. You can die on the boss, it's going to kick you back to the beginning.
Yeah, it should give you a checkpoint before the boss. I mean, with limited lives and continues. I think that it's partly to extend the gameplay here, but, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're just taking away checkpoints in order to make a game longer, maybe that's not the right move.
Well, we're not here to debate.
Mr. Torture the Angel! Oh my gosh, it's just like the angels in Honey on the Road who just kind of latch onto you. But those grab your butt.
Why are you killing Leonard Nimoy again? I'm actually more concerned. You see that like cloud ghost face? Like,
yeah,
that's a little creepy.
It looks like, is it a High Spirits emo or is it like a Dana emo? It looks like probably both of them, except creepier, you know. By the way, checkpoints are not that hard to make. I want everybody to know that in my very, very rough prototype of a platformer that I made checkpoints. It was relatively easy. And so for NES, it's absolutely doable.
Well, I mean, just whether or not you know, because you can do it, did they do it is another question. The answer is, of course not.
Well, they didn't do it. I think that's very clear. They didn't do it. What's this Shocky boy in the air, by the way? I don't like Shocky. He looks like Elmo if Elmo is having a really bad day.
Look, Elmo can have a really bad day.
Sing.
See? I mean...
Elmo's not well grounded. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, something like that.
No, I would look on the bright side of things. Elmo has a lot of potential.
Yeah. Oh, what's that one clown's name that Elmo gets to, like, yell at? Does anybody remember the clown that Elmo yells at in Elmo's World?
Oh.
There was some meme like about somebody who was staying in a hotel and like the only channel they had was PBS and like randomly they heard this guy.
I do
Mr.
remember
Noodle?
that.
Mr. Noodle? Ended up yelling, this is a direct quote, "God damn it, Mr. Noodle." Just hearing that from another room right next to them.
I do remember that.
Because he never did anything right. He couldn't figure out like the most basic crap. People did not have teaching meteorology on your bingo card for this game. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're right when a plus and a minus combine.
A plus and a minus love each other very, very much.
That's when you have chemical reactions. You're right that the polar differences there are what make electricity work. I'm trying to remember though, does the cloud have more electrons or fewer electrons for a thunderstorm? Because it's definitely one of those. Like either the electrons are coming from Earth or they're coming from the cloud.
I don't remember.
It's been a while. I used to teach the weather merit badge, okay, at scout camp, and heck yeah, I used to know like all of these things, but I forget. But usually it's going to be like cumulonimbus storm clouds. Those are the ones that have the lightning. They just store all the lightning until they get to a place where they can scare people, and then the lightning is stored in the clouds, okay? That's where it is. Hey, apparently Daniel made it to the lake per chat. Which lake, though? Swan Lake?
I mean, he's been to the lake world for a while. Right, I mean, that's just the second world. He had to restart.
I think that I'm trying to remember. Was it Martin who made it to the third world? Yeah, the thing is, right now
Daniel Fran did.
Daniel Fran did. Okay, gotcha. Like Daniel and Martin are
Martin
in third
will
and fourth.
Just a second, you know?
Yeah, Martin, you just got to kill the ugly dinosaur. Okay, it's like the saddest dinosaur in the world. Because what can it do? It can jump left and right. That's its skill.
Nobody asked this dinosaur to like come in and do things. Like this dinosaur just like showed up and you're like tormenting him with bombs, which is not very nice.
Apple bombs. Okay, I bet that the vegetarian dinosaurs would love those apples. But no, you gotta waste them to kill the bad dinosaur. The bad dinosaur had Crying Girl hostage. She's not even a main character in this game. She's not even a side character.
What I'm saying is we might be the baddie here.
I mean, look at Mr. Torture Screen and who he's killing right there. I don't think you're the baddie. I think you're saving this world.
I mean, totally those Medusas are the baddies. I mean, they're shooting arrows at you. Right, when it comes to the dinosaur, when it comes to the dinosaur, I think we're the baddie here.
I mean, maybe from the dinosaur's point of view, but really.
Yeah, the dinosaur was doing nothing wrong.
I feel like one important lesson from Jurassic Park is that we would absolutely get murderized if there were dinosaurs around. To be fair, we get murderized, like, from ticks, of all things. Like, humans are not very good at self-preservation, as it turns out. At least, like, on their own, you know? As soon as you get a human by themselves, they're gonna make dumb choices. Novasol trying to take down the four-eyed octopus. I don't like it. Too many eyes. Gotta die. Gotta die if you've got that many eyes. The lizard on Mr. Torture's screen, though, possibly the cutest enemy in the game. Like, that sprite is great. Yeah, you just freed the pirate. Good job, Ronald. Oh, great. Now there's a pirate on the loose. Yeah, Martin is to the tree stage. Really, it's between Martin and Daniel for third and fourth. I don't think they're going to be able to catch up with Mr. Torture, although this level really isn't that long. But, you know, it would be 2 levels to get through. And that's quite a bit. I don't know how far Daniel from 24 got through this stage.
I believe most of the way through the boss.
Oh, okay.
Most of the way through the stage.
This level that Novasol looks like, honestly looks just like Captain Silver, which was made by a lot of the same developers in this company.
I mean, it probably is the same, like, artwork.
I wouldn't be surprised if they recycled. And honestly, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, you know? If McDonald's commissions you to make a video game, go ahead and make it, and if they don't have exclusive rights to the graphics, then you know, you can go ahead and use some of them later on. That's fine.
And I mean, I'll have you know, right, games on GDQ were done with, like...
Oh no, Pac-Man Ghost.
I mean, Homie D Clown reused,
Yeah, but... Okay, Homie D Clown did. I feel like... That's not... I don't know. There were, as far as I'm aware, there were no lawsuits about the graphics used for Homie D Clown, so it's fine.
So, Chance asking, why does it have an off-brand bootleg title then? And the answer is it doesn't.
Not for Japan,
right?
No.
In Japan, his name is Donald McDonald.
Yeah. I just love that name. Yeah, Novasol is having a bit of a hard time with these ghosts, which is understandable. Like, I believe they have a set pattern. You just have to learn the pattern, or at least be able to see where the tiny pixels are when they appear on the screen, because there are a couple pixels that appear. Novasol managed to jump on the ghost, and then jump into the ghost.
Jump in the ghost.
Honestly, I would probably just, like, try to watch a specific area of the screen for where the ghost appears and then shoot it. Mr. Torture fighting the hardest boss of the game, possibly harder than the ghosts. But yeah, like, your projectile moves slow enough that it's honestly probably better to just keep throwing a lot of them. Considering that you have limited time as well, like, this is very much a boss that could time you out if you're just not getting it. I love that the level was relatively simple compared to this boss as well.
Dude, that boss is a pain in the...
Yeah, pain in a lot of things.
I'm mostly watching right now with Martin on BBZ. Because this is about where Daniel Fran got.
Yeah, honestly, it's very close between Martin and Daniel at this point, and Martin has the
what I'm hoping
chance.
with like the 2 minutes left, right?
Oh no, another assault! Dynamite to the face! Yeah, I'll keep people apprised of other things that are happening, but I feel like Martin might move from 4th to 3rd right here.
This one's a tough one because it's literally, this is the jump. That's it.
Hey, there we go. And this is the boss. Oh, good fire dodge there.
So that is third place.
Yeah. Awesome. Isn't that exciting when we have players at the end moving from one place to another?
Yeah, with like 1 minute left. I love it. I feel like that's been a lot of the games I've given out in round one. Like, oh, this won't be like super exciting, right? And then it turns out to be like a nail biter.
Oh, Novasol has learned that jumping into the ghost kills them. So I think Novasol is just going to try to jump into a ghost. Yeah, he did try it already with one of the other ghosts, killed it. Contact damage does kill enemies, so it may be worth just jumping into a ghost and murdering it that way. Well, nope. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the players did. So that is pretty exciting. The GMs, though, have managed to do better than the players, but I feel like these two players have still done a pretty dang good job with this game. It's not a trivial game. Like, by any means, if you've ever played this game, you know just how difficult it can get. But with that said, it looks like our placings. Novasol and Mr. Torture first and second, Martin third, and Daniel Fran 24 fourth. Now, Novasol and Mr. Torture are GMs. They were brought in specifically to play against these players so that they could have a fair scoring system and not just take first and second place. Unfortunately for the two players, it looks like our GMs did do very well today, putting them in third and fourth. But the advantage of that as well is that they will have somewhat generally competitors that are of the same skill level to go up against in round two. And nobody is eliminated based off of this match, which I don't know. I love it. I love it. There's a lot that can be done from this point for the two players. The GMs are not advancing. No, we're bringing them back to be punished. Let me go ahead. I think that we can welcome the GMs and maybe Martin, if Martin wishes to come and chat. Let me go ahead and message them. Yeah, what do you think, Corn Dan?
I mean, I think Novasol did a great job.
Yeah.
Right, this game is tough. Right, it doesn't travel well, but like once you get going on it, it's really good. Like I think it's interesting. I think it's fun to play. I also think it's really bad.
Hello there, Novasol, and great job.
Hello, bro. Hey.
Yeah,
what
you demolished this game.
Yeah, what do I do about this ghost?
You kill it.
I don't know.
Well, you didn't kill a ghost. That's the problem. You gotta send it to the double afterlife.
I'm trying.
Like a McDouble, send it to the McDouble afterlife. Oh,
well,
my
I gotta
gosh.
have change for the dollar menu.
The dollar menu. You know what? If you're...
What?
I feel like assassins might have a dollar menu.
I just killed him.
Mr.
I just
T.
killed him with bombs.
Yeah, all you do is you shoot
you
the
did.
ghost. That's all you gotta do.
Right, and you saved Mayor McCheese.
Wait. Let me go see. Did you save Mayor McCheese? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What a crappy mayor. Seriously. Oh, hello, Mr.
Ooh.
Torture. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello, Presidente. Hello,
Great
Conan.
job, Mr. Torture. You came in second today. I'm proud of my GMs for coming and doing great.
I feel bad about it, but
No, you know what? It took a little while to get these two players scheduled, and honestly, this was, oh geez, that is
Look at those
nightmare
trees.
fuel.
Look at those trees.
Novasol. I don't
it's the
like
dark
those.
Lord.
Yeah. And there are many trees that are nightmare fuels throughout this game. I think the second stage has them as well.
Yeah.
The ones that smile upon you when you jump on them. Yee.
Yeah, like the tree stumps, you step on them and then they like. It's
They're
not
happy.
the happiest smile. Oh, jeez, I hate. Okay, yeah, I remembered that there was one like Nightmare Fuel level in this game. But I thought that you already passed the Nightmare Fuel level. I've beaten this game, by the way. It's tons of fun. I've considered speedrunning it. Speed tech is nuts. Absolutely nuts.
I noticed that objects impart their momentum to you, and that's too big brain for me.
Yep.
I think most of the time, I think running is often a mistake. Like the game truly punishes you for running.
Yeah, it gets slippery, like, especially when you're holding down the run button. It's hard to, like, adjust your left and right momentum correctly. Novasol, I think a rotten burger just killed you and got you game over, so I'm going to go ahead and move that.
I didn't know there were finite continues. That's one way to find out.
Yeah, that's one way to find out.
Yeah, considering that you didn't get a full continue until... Oh my gosh, we just got a Yeti package. Ooh. I got my Phasmo shirt. Yeah, I got my Phasmo shirt the other day. This is probably more shirts. But yeah, this game's actually, I would say, difficult but completable. And honestly, given another hour to Novasol, you'd probably beat it, is what I would guess.
You definitely.
Like I mentioned to Novasol.
Dark Forest World, I don't know how far that is.
So far.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I got to the Oasis. I don't know how much farther is that.
Quite a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Like 3 or 4 levels past that. The ocean level is terrible. Everything is incredibly sticky.
How did the controls work in the ocean level?
It's Flappy Ronald. Except if you touch any terrain, you just kind of get stuck to it unless you shimmy off of it.
Yeah.
So it's the TMNT dam level.
Oh, it's much worse than that. You can control your turtle in the dam level.
I fear for my life when I got to the balloon stage. Like, okay, but after I continue, I understood. Okay, this isn't so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned in the competitor chat, like the bomb thing, it reminded me a lot of Mr. Gimmick. Which is... Which I love that game. So...
I don't know. I never got to the bomb tech anyway. Like whenever I wanted to, like I got to the second level, I wanted to get that life at the beginning of the level, but I never got to. Get that working.
Me seeing that life is like seeing something in World 1 that I couldn't reach is why I figured, oh, why don't I try seeing if I can jump off the bomb, and it worked. It's when you're standing still.
Yeah. The bomb jumps, like, Novasol, you got pretty good at doing those consistently, and I feel like I'm not sure they're ever absolutely required, because usually there are enemies that you can...
I realized later that it's never required, but it's helpful if you mess up and get murder lust like I do.
True. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just opening up packages right now. Ooh.
It's fun to open packages. So yeah, I think I hit a slump on the second level at once when I was unfortunate with the jumpings very often until I think I got it right, but I struggled for a while.
Yeah, the acceleration curve in the air is very weird.
And there were a handful of times when I think that the game ate my inputs, especially during the dragon boss. I'm moving to the right and to the left, and it just didn't move.
Oh my gosh, both of you managed to get through the troll with the dragon boss as well. Like, because the big troll is... with the dragon boss, like, it stops shooting fire, right? So it's dead. Yeah. But then it's like, what do I do now? And one of the last times that we had this, I believe it was Slow Beef who played it, and he ended up dying like twice after killing the boss.
No.
Yeah. like I jumped all around that thing. So like, they can't expect me to go into the spiky mouth, right?
Well, spikes are bad.
Yeah, spikes are bad, right?
It is
Except
such
you
cute.
never had
Yeah.
spikes earlier in the game, so it's like. To be fair, you know, we were looking at the people who worked on this game, and most of them, this was the first time that they had played, or that they had made a game. So, you know, it was their first experience. I would say that for a first game, this is really good. Like, it's got
a solid
flaws,
effort.
but
It is good.
like, the audio people moved on to work on some fantastic games, including some working on Smash Bros. Melee, Mother 3, like, for audio-wise. I'd say the audio department especially excelled in this game.
Oh
in
yeah,
this case,
I really enjoyed all the goofy little sprites, all the googly eyes on everything, other than the nightmare fuel. was
Other
really
than the
cool.
nightmare fuel, yeah. Plenty of nightmare fuel in this world. Well, yeah, any other thoughts, Mr. T or Novasol?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Thank you, Corden. Maybe.
Thank you, Corndan.
I mean, this is nicer than the game I was going to give you.
Honestly, I feel like this is a fantastic round one game. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good game. I think overall, once you get past the struggles, it kind of relies on being something good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Corden.
The physics system is really neat. I love it.
Yeah, and seriously, go and watch a speedrun, because while it's a very technical speedrun, at the same time, I think that as long as you learn the rhythm for how to do your attacks and jumps, it becomes something that's a little bit more doable. And I might have to go and learn how to get that rhythm down, because you end up going so fast that the graphics in the background wrap around it. It starts looking like you're doing Mega Man zips. Like, it's very broken looking when you do the speedrun.
Yeah, we'll do. I want to see. I'm interested now. Who's
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll actually, like, get a speedrun done of the game. It's just so hard. Well, there we go.
Just like it will.
Mr. T, Novasol, thank you so much. And Corndan, thank you for the game as well. I'm really glad that we had this.
Same. I had a lot of fun.
Had fun.
All right, I'll see you three later. And everybody, I think I'm going to be... Oh, the task is a bit over 8.5 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. I'm going to play some Final Fantasy 14, it sounds like, because I feel like doing that right now.
Nice.
Awesome. Have fun.
Yeah, see you, friends.